Hello, good morning. Welcome back to Surviving at 70 on this, the day before the longest day of the year. In terms of daylight, of course, that is. I wanted to talk about time management. It's quite a funny thing, retiring. When you go to work, pretty well everything is in place. You know, your tools are there, what have you. My last job was part-time bus driver. I'd turn up, the bus would be there, it would be serviced and so forth, and etc., etc. And, all I had to do was turn up, put the key in and drive it and make sure the screen wash bottle was filled. Anyway, a little while ago, a few years ago now, my son pointed out some timber washed up on the seaside shore just quite near here. He thought they were railway sleepers, but actually they were part of a demolished pier on the Tweed dock at Berwick. So I went down and I got 8 lumps of timber. And a little while ago, we all had more time than we thought we had free. And amongst other things, I made a rocking horse. Wasn't too difficult. It was actually from a kit which we'd originally bought for my father-in-law, but he'd never got round to doing before he sadly passed away. And like an idiot, I thought, having dried the railway sleepers out, that I could make a large rocking horse to stand out in the garden for the grandchildren to play on. So last summer, I started to cut up the lumps of timber, and to a certain extent that was where my problems started. Have you ever heard the expression, you've bitten off more than you can chew? For a start, I don't have a workshop. I don't have anywhere undercover to make this. So I'm reliant on weather and I'm reliant on all sorts of stuff. Anyway, not to be put off, I bought some plans from the same people down in Yorkshire that the kit had come from, and I set about trying to start to make. This is the body of the horse, which I've hollowed out the centerpiece. I've discovered that there's a little bit of engineering in making a rocking horse, and then it's all down to art. The engineering is getting the angles on the 4 corners absolutely accurate so that the legs can fit in and be even and split out in the right directions and fit onto the rockers okay. So there we are. Time management. Have I bitten off more than I can chew? I just actually got some bathroom scales out, and this body of the horse is weighing 40 kilos on its own. The pieces which I have cut out as roughs for the legs are 10 kilos each. So we're already on to 60 kilos before we get the neck and the head, etc., etc. You see there a couple of MDF which I've just cut out in order to guide me on shaping the legs. Anyway, I was aware that I'd got a couple of offcuts, as you can imagine, from the timber, and a few years ago I'd bought one of these absolutely delightful handcrafted pens. I'd been at a gift show thing, and this guy only lives about half a mile away from me, so even closer to the pier where the timber came from. than I do. So last week I contacted him and I said, would you like some timber, which came from the pier on the dock, to make some pens? These are absolutely gorgeous, these pens. My handwriting's dreadful, but when I knew I was going to be doing book signings, I used to try and make sure that this fountain pen was handy, and it allowed me to concentrate a little bit better on my writing and dedicate them a little bit better. Anyway, I told the gentleman that this was a type of South American heartwood oak, and he came back and said, oh, I shall have to sharpen my chisels. And I've looked into it, and oh my goodness me, I now know why I've already broken a blade on the bandsaw that I bought to try and do this project, and why I've had to go around and basically saw drill the legs to cut them up. And I'm beginning to wonder, have I bitten off more than I can chew? One, sheer weight, and two, I have no idea what tools I'm going to be able to use without blunting to actually carve this. I have other things to do. Do I act like an intelligent human being and accept the fact that what I've set about doing is just unachievable? Or do I hammer on? I could be upstairs sewing sleeping masks or what have you. I could be doing all sorts of things. Anyway, please like, share, and maybe some comments. What do you think? Should I pursue and try and make a full-size rocking horse? Oops, Teddy's fell off. Or should I realise that I've bitten off more than I can chew and I should pack it in? Anyway, thanks very much for watching, and so far I'm so good.